Hi guys, welcome back to Reborning 101. This is part 2. This is going to be our wash and our setup station, our setup time. As you can see in the background, I've got my little boy Jacob. He is from the Ashton Drake collection. He is one of their bigger babies. He is actually supposed to be dressed in his cute little German costume, but I have changed him several times. He's one of my kind of go-to babies to kind of blow off some time and relax a little bit. So he is the baby of the video. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you have your pen and your notebook ready because we're going to get right on to this thing. So like I said, today we're doing setup. And remember what I told you. I'm going to turn you a little bit. The first thing you need is a clean station. So we have this clean table, which is actually I purchased for my grandkids. It can be a desk or what have you. I do have a desk, but I have been in the process of moving things around and the desk is unavailable right now. So you work with what you have. The second thing you're going to need, or I would strongly suggest, this is a strong suggestion, you don't have to have it, is a puppy pad. Why a puppy pad? Because it's going to do exactly what you need it to do, and that is to soak up liquid, keep your desk nice, and it's going to keep your station nice, because as the puppy pad gets dirty, all you have to really do is change it. And that's going to save you some time and money. You don't have to replace the desk. Then you need a drying rack. I have just a Coke crate, not sponsored, but I have a Coke crate. I work from my job. Blah, 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 blah. You can get anything that you want to, as long it needs to be able to spread apart where the body parts are not touching. It also needs to be able to not be moved in between sessions, so that your baby can dry, your little one can dry rather. You also need it to have enough of these, which I chose to go to, I want to say Michael's, and got these, but you can of course probably get them from any hobby store, and or get the rack itself. You can also order them on eBay. I have seen them on eBay, and we literally set it up like this, and like so. And this baby has a chest plate, which I'm going to show you in just a second, and a head that's kind of going to be wobbly. So I'm going to put 5 up. I may end up changing it around if her head can rest comfortably on the table without having her paint rub. Okay, so now we are set up, have our station pre-set up for what we're going to do today. The other thing we're going to do today is wash our baby. But before we wash our baby, let's introduce our baby. Okay, so we're going to... Alright, we're set up to show you the baby now. I had to pause it just to get everything together. This is her resting outfit, which will make sense to you later on in the video, but as you can tell by that, it's a very big kit. Backstory: yes, this is the kit that I first saw when I first even learned that reborning was a thing, and that was in 2016. And then I boldly thought about it and got stuff together and finally got started in the middle of 2017. But this is where it came from, Irresistables. Just to give you an idea of what you would get if you went to Irresistables. Most companies do the same thing. You get your invoice and you get your products of what you're getting. And just so you know, no jiving about how expensive these kits can get. This kit by itself was $199. So that's just the kit. Now, unlike most kits, it did come with a body and connectors and everything. And this is the Aleonka kit. Aleonka, I'm probably spelling it very wrong. Saying it very wrong, by Natali Blick. I will put that information in the description. And Irresistibles webpage name, just in case you want to get one. They usually, well, matter of fact, I don't have to. Irresistible Ink right here. This is their company. Usually, they come with a certificate of authenticity, which has the artist's name on it, etc. This one does not. So I am assuming maybe this is how Reva's does hers. But this is what we got, so I'm showing you what we got. Now let's look at this kit. And as we're looking at her, to save time, I also have her eyes. A very, very pretty bluish green to me. And I have her some sunglasses because I kind of halfway put her together, but she looked really weird with her eyes kind of not there. Alright, we're going to move stuff around a little bit. I'm going to lay a towel down because we're going to actually put her in the water. I'm going to move her little outfit out the way for right now. Put her in the water as I tell you about her. But as I'm putting her in the water, let me get my water. My bucket. I got my bucket here. And like I said, I do it this way simply so that I'm not having to hold the phone and handle water without with at the same time. I use Dawn dish detergent, not what is it? Not sponsored, but they are my favorite brand. Why? Because Dawn gets the grease out of the way. Why are we washing these dolls though? That's the most important part of this video. We wash our babies because we do not want them to have oils from being handled, etc., etc. So here's her little leg. And what the reason I'm showing you on cam, I'm also looking because you check for flaws. Is there any dents? Is there any parts of her that I need to focus on? Her other leg that I need to perhaps bring to the attention of the seller. I have already did it, but I'm doing it again for you. The Irresistible gives you 10 days to say, hey, this is not right. So if something wasn't right, we would have 10 days to kind of get them involved. This is her hand. I'm super excited, to be honest. I would definitely not recommend a kit this huge to begin your reborning career because it is it's intimidating to me, and I've been doing it a while, and I can only imagine how intimidating it would be to someone who just started. This is her little face, and this is her body, and as you can see, she's so big, she's not fitted all the way in our little tub, so we're going to keep on going while we wash her. I'm going to keep on talking. Alright, so my very first kit was an overseas kit. My very second kit was Bountiful Baby. I kind of leaned towards Bountiful Baby kits. I'm aware of McPherson's, etc., but I'm also aware of how much McPherson's them cost. I think their cheapest kit I have seen may have leaned around about one something. And again, if you're just starting out, one something is definitely a lot of money to start on with the kit. As you get better, or as you feel you're getting better, you can start being bold enough to put your money in these kits, and it's well worth it because the more you put in, the more you should expect out. But before you start dropping large amounts of money on this kit, one, make sure it's something on these dolls. Make sure it's something you want to do. And also use this as an opportunity to understand why good kits, and good quality dolls start off so high. Because they are definitely expensive for the artist to buy. to get the good kits, to get the kits that people fall in love with and want. I wanted one of these dolls, and I did the same thing I did on my first video. This time it's not covered with music. I splashed water on myself. That's where plugs and stuff come in, but I personally don't. Not in the habit of using plugs. So when you're saying, "Oh, it's $500," that's because they probably and most likely, case in point, the kit that I opened the other day, her kit when I did my research was $169. That's just her kit. So everything else the artist put into it, the clothes and everything else that I was super excited about, she probably only made about probably maybe $100 profit off of this doll. And as you get better, I love her little face. We're gonna make sure we get into her little ear bobs and stuff, and kind of dap her dry a little bit. But I would strongly suggest you let her air dry. Definitely not gonna be putting her. See if she'll fit up here. Her head will fit here. I don't want to put her down just directly on the surface because as you can see it's touching her chin, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get her to, I don't know, sit at an angle, but we'll figure all that out before we get started painting. Okay, that might work if the stick will stay up, but anyway, for right now that's fine. And then we got her chest plate. Most less expensive dolls do not come with chest plates. So as we get her painted right now, I don't think YouTube will have too much of a fit because she's not painted. There's no details. But definitely, if you're going to do videos, keep aware, make sure that, you know, you're kind of being discreet with this body part because it is so detailed. So, and so that's one thing to kind of be careful of or aware of. You don't want the eBay to counter tag you. And this is her back though. As you can see, her little chest, her her chest, her back plates and stuff. They did a really good job. Reva is a really good artist. Um, okay, so we have done what we wanted to do for the video. As promised, we were not going to make any video that long. And you see Jacob watching his new little classmate. That's what I like to say to the class. Come get washed and ready to get created. Alright guys, coming back to me a little bit. Hopefully the phone won't drop this time. Okay, it didn't, thank goodness. But anyway, key points on this video. Time to take your notes. Inspect your kits. Make sure that there's no holes, there's no dents, it's not warped, it's not messed up in any way. You usually only have about 10 days to say, hey, something's wrong with this kit. So figure out how to send it back or get a refund or what have you. Make sure you wash your kits. You're removing oils and you're removing fingerprints and everything else. And from now on until we're done painting her, we will be putting on gloves, and I will tell you why in the next video. And then we will let her air dry. If you don't let her air dry, you run the chance of actually, with your fingertips or what have you, especially if you washed her without gloves, messing up your work. Another key point is to have a clean workstation. Make sure it's a place that's not going to be disturbed by either children, fur babies, that you have to keep breaking down. You don't want to build it up and break it back down every single time. That's time consuming. And make sure that you have your bucket or get ready to wash it in the sink, but let it air dry. It's definitely something that I like to do overnight. So that's something that you can depend on. Now, because I want to build up on, and this will make sense a heck a lot. So far, I need to change the price on that. It was $199, not $189. So far, this little endeavor has cost me $199. We'll scratch that out. Scratch the 89 out. It's gonna cost me $5 to $10 with tools, paints, etc. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna run over that. That includes the portion of polyfill she'll use, poly pellets she'll use, um, the glass beads, depending on how I want to do her, build build up her body. So we're definitely gonna put glass beads in her arms and legs, and then we'll put poly pellets in her little tum tum part. So and polyfill. So it may be a little bit more than that, but not much more than that. Her eyes are an acrylic instead of a glass, simply because I did not see the color I wanted in the glass that I wanted when I bought them. I got the glass from Bountiful Baby, and so far we are about 30 to 40 minutes in. I charged $10 an hour for my labor, and that'll make sense also when we start talking about pricing and reselling. Okay, guys, that definitely is going to wrap this video up. It was very nice spending time with you guys. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves, and we'll see you for part 3, which we will be working on our first coats of paints. Okay, have a great day.